Hello, I'm back. I'm comfortable. I got my little sweatpants on, and I'm just gonna goof off. This is a goof off video. Yeah. Oh yeah, they like me. They like me. Yeah. Hey, I did think of something like we can talk about places that the kids nowadays would never ever see in their lifetime. One, the kids in the age range would never seen the Lucky Nugget bar, BMO's barber shop. See, let me see what else they won't see. The golf gas station, the Texaco, Yucca Cafe, 49 the diner, the grub steak. Well, that building's still, I don't know if there's still a restaurant or not. Oh, see what else they won't see again. Oh, Tempe, Legend City, Big Surf. Yeah. These kids nowadays, this all they can see is God freaking iPads, laptops, their fancy phones. They cry to the parents, I want this one. Shit. Yeah, well, I saying that they don't go out and play anymore. Yeah, I remember that. We used to go out on our bicycles and stuff. Man, we never had these computers. Shit. You're lucky if when they came out with the Atari. The kids nowadays probably don't know what Atari was. But when they came out with Atari, I mean, I played a couple of games. Pac-Man was my favorite one, and Centipede. But yeah, the Lucky Nugget bar. My aunt, may she rest in peace. She was a belly dancer. She taught belly dancing to people and stuff. But she used to dance there at Lucky Nugget, and of course my dad kept on preaching her. If Dad was still alive, he would take you and put you over his knees and spank you. He don't want you to be in the bars like that. That's a bad place. Dad, I used to try and choose on a Lucky Nugget. And I used to go to Georgia Steakhouse and try and choose. So, anyhow. But yeah, there's a lot of places that the kids nowadays won't see. Of course, they won't care anyways. As long as they got big and fancy phones and their video games at home, forget it, pops. I ain't gonna do it. But yeah, the Legend City was decent. Kevin Ramsey and I went there, and I gotta shut that down. My video uploaded to the photos. Anyhow, we was headed to California. We decided this gal's house that he knew, and he introduced me to her, and her and I started dating. And anyhow, we snuck into we snuck in the Legend City. It was closed, so we went around and a couple of rides and looked around on the ground and found some money. Not much, but enough. Finally, security guard come up. What are you guys doing here? I go, hey, we're looking for a dog. Our dog got this man in here. We're trying to find him. His name is Fido. So guess what? He put us in that golf cart and we drove around trying to look and Fido. Got to the office, main office, and the big honcho there told us, says, don't ever come in here again unless you come up to here to the main office first. Oh, we're sorry, there's a big gap there. I don't know how many kids nowadays have ever been to the zoo, the feeding zoo. Of course, it's not the same. Back when I was younger, they didn't have a lot of what they got now. I like going and seeing the snakes and stuff. They got a display that's got an anaconda in it. Boy, that snake is humongous. And of course, we went and looked at the lizards and stuff. And I sat there and took my wife there, and we sat there by the area where they got the desert tortoises and stuff running loose in there. And she's looking down there. She said, "Oh, I'm gonna grab one and put it in my purse." I said, "No, you're not. There's too many cameras." And then we went up to the monkeys and had this one little shit reached over and knocked my camera down on the ground and quit working. And he tried to take my hat, but I wouldn't let him. But then we went to the gorilla's room. Got the cage and the gorilla sitting there, filming himself. Then he took a crap and put it in his hand and threw it. But yeah, we had a good time. We went there on our, I can't remember what anniversary it was, but we went there. Then we went to, oh Chris, there's Mexican food that's on Gilbert Road in University. We went there and we told them it was our anniversary, so they gave us a dessert. I can't remember what it was. But and the food wasn't too bad. I had better. But yeah, we used to go to Serrano's on our birthday. Now they had pretty decent food, but towards the end, what sucked about it is their burritos, their green chili burritos, their meat tastes like it was burnt. I mean, the whole stuff tasted burnt. And the prices went up and stuff. And I said to Tony, I said, yeah, we ain't going there no more. If their food's going to taste like that and they charge what they're charging, it's not worth it. But yeah, we used to go there. I got a picture somewhere of me with a sombrero on for my birthday. They come put the hat on you, and a bunch of people, waiters and waitresses would come up, and they would sing happy birthday to you. My mom took her there too, but she loved it. her last birthday, we took her there. Well, first I took her and got her hair done. And took her straddle. Because, she's like me, or I'm like her. I like, we both love Mexican food. And normally she's the first one done. I mean, she kind of inhales that food. But like I said, no, she's done with the food. And she looked at me and she says, I can't eat no more. I don't feel right. So I told Lisa to go ahead and take her outside. And I paid the bill. Got her in a limo. Lisa and I owned a limousine. We called it the Fantasy Limo. But got her back. Took her back to the place where we had her living. I opened the door and, come on, Mom. And she just stared straight ahead. And I tapped her on the shoulder, like, come on, Mom. And she just like a slow motion turn, looked at me. I helped her out. And took her inside, and she felt empty. I mean, her whole body just gave out, and her dentures started popping out, and her eyes were glazed. So they called the fire department. Paramedics come in, and I told them she's a DNR. So there was nothing more they could have done, being that she was a DNR. And that's when shit hit the fan, you might as well say, because I called my brother up, told him that Mom died, and well, didn't you guys call the paramedics? I said, yeah, Bob called the paramedics. And he goes, well, why didn't they, help her out? I said, Bob, she was a DNR. What's that? Do not resuscitate. She didn't want to live once she's gone. She spent all this time trying to end her life some one way or another. She just didn't want to live no more. When my stepdad, Dutch, passed away, she just gave up. She in the car, and at the stop sign, she pulled right out and got smacked. I said she tried, she didn't want to live no more. So we decided to put her in a home, assisted living. Live by her diet soda and sugar-free cum. Well, one thing, when the caregivers that was working there was giving out her pop, and I told him, I said, that's hers. You don't be giving out her stuff. I'm not going to put up with it. And then one day I went, because Lisa worked at the same place, so I went there to visit my mom while I was waiting on her to get off from work. And Mom looked at me and says, yeah, so-and-so that works here took me outside and gave me a cigarette. Oh, that's wrong, because I made her quit. I told her, no more cigarettes, you ain't getting no more. And I told him at the office, I said, I don't want none of the caregivers giving her cigarettes. Okay, really. Anyways, that did that. Then the same, excuse my language, but bitch that worked there, my mom, the one, a couple days later, she says, yeah, she threatened to beat my ass. And I said, say what? I said, And so I went to the office again and talked to one of the big shots and say, hey, look, next time I hear that they threaten my mom, I said, not only am I going to beat their asses or knock them over the head with a chair or something, but I will put a lawsuit on this place. I said, you know, you hire these idiots that are alcoholics and druggies, and they're working around there. I said, you know, it don't fly. I don't give a shit. You're getting paid out of her money to live here, not to be threatened and stuff. And then another time I went there and mom sat there eating the candy. Where do you get the candy bar from, Mom? Oh, so they'll get to me. Well, they told me what she was doing. She was sneaking into people's rooms, residents' rooms, and taking their candy. I said, Mom, you can't be doing that. We give you gum, and they'll give you your sodas. You don't need to. Well, I don't know if she still did it or not, but she's always looking out the window for me to show up, because I always went there in a limousine, and she would tell people, there's my son, there's my favorite car. I would ride in the back. That's a nice car. That limo, I mean, it's different. I don't know if you guys ever seen these little glass rocks that they use in aquariums and stuff like this. Well, this guy had taken and glued these little rocks all over the car. I mean, hood, roof, trunk, sides, inside. I got an article somewhere that shows that he also did a car and put dimes on it. He did armor for knights. He put pennies on them. I have it, and in the articles that I got, it talks about that Jay Leno hired him to customize a couple of his vehicles. This guy was, excellent. I mean, he did good work on stuff. Now I found out about this guy. I dropped Lisa off, and I'm going down, headed home, approaching Power Road, and I was on Broadway. This guy comes pulling up beside me. He's motioning me to roll down the window. I rolled it down, and he says, pull over there in the plaza. He said, I want to talk to you. Okay. So I went ahead and pulled over, and he goes, wow. He says, I know the guy that did that. He says, he says, I've talked to him. He says, we're friends. He says that he don't ever think the car will ever be on the road again. He's afraid somebody will destroy it, because he sold it to this bar, and that's the last time he heard, about the car. I said, no, I got it. Says, people I got it from was talking about getting a place up north around Sholo. Well, my dad and my stepmom owned a piece of land up there and had a mobile home up there, but they never went out there or did anything anymore. So I told the people about it, and they said, you know what, we'll do trade. If you can get that piece of land for us, we'll trade you straight across for this limo. I said, cool. So I got my dad, and I told him about it, and we went down and got to look at the limo and stuff, took him for a ride in it. And he said, yeah. He says, okay. So we went to a title place, and he signed the button to me. Then we went and I signed it over to the couple, and had a good time. The only problem I have with the limo is it could not keep the batteries, the alternators. I replaced the alternator twice. There was another alternator, but it wasn't hooked to anything. So I think if I would have put an extra battery in there and ran both alternators, then I would have no problem. But with all that weight, that would cause a lot of strain on the car. When I opened up the hood, I had to use a stick to keep it open, otherwise it would have hit me in the head. That hood alone was 100 pounds. So that would have done some damage. But anyhow, I'm talking about my vehicles now. I'm sure you guys had your favorite vehicles. Well, besides the limo, I had two Pintos, both of them station wagons. One was white, one was a dark brown, like. The first one I got from my dad it was a 4-speed, and that was the first 4-speed I ever driven. I went up on Main Street with it on a Friday night, and I'm popping. The car was popping, jumping up and down, up and down, up and down. I got the hang of it, but yeah, that was my first Pinto. I loved it. Then the second one, I had to go searching for my brother because he never showed up. He went hiking up in mountains around, I can't think of the name place. Anyhow, First Water. That was the First Water. So I drove up in there, and I'm going to take this trail. Looks like somebody can drive up there. So I went up there and hit a freaking big rock. I didn't even look. Oh well, just bottomed out. So I got up there and I talked to this guy and his sons, and I grabbed brother's car, and he says, yeah, we seen him about a couple hours ago and he took off. That irritated me. On the CB, we're talking everything else, and when the CB was, oh yeah, your brother was just here. He'd been here for quite a while. Oh, I was pissed. When I got home, I sat there, looked at, hey, I got some oil dripping. I looked, and sure enough, I put a hole in a freaking oil pan when I hit that rock. So I was kind of sort of tired, and so my friend Jim, of course, my ex helped him, but he crawled underneath, cleaned the area up, and took some JB Weld and put it on there. That stopped the leak. I should have kept that car. And then I had another car I had was a Datsun B210. Got it from this guy called Redneck. He owned a wrecking yard in Tempe. Anyways, I had a Chevy 3/4 ton pickup truck that had caught on fire. Somebody set a little firebomb on me. And anyways, I was up at Sunbus, and I had a friend of mine work on the wiring and got it to where I can drive it, but it wasn't in good shape inside. But I was talking, he got Redneck. He says, hey, Dave, you want to get rid of that truck? I don't know. I said, truck's been pretty good to me. It's 3/4 ton, got double the gas tank. That sucked gas. That sucker ate that gas. Then he says, I tell you what, he says, I got a car out there. And he says, I signed the title, full title. It's a Datsun B210, so I went and looked at it. And the roof was kind of dented on it. He said, yeah, he says, some kid had it, and was decided to take the truck up in Tempe to the A Mountain and kind of missed the trail, and the car rode about 3 times. He said, so I went and told it. I was on the list for the police department to come to tow cars. He said, so I went and got it, and the insurance went ahead and totaled it out. So he kept it, and he got some of the dents out and stuff, fixed it up, and that's looking real good. I had it for a while, until I loaned it out like a dummy on my wedding night, our little honeymoon. We were doing honeymoon in Sandals. We lived in Chandler, so I said, hey, Dana, I need to use the car, I need to do that. Okay, I said, bring it back. He brought him back all right. The second, he had a push start it to get it going. But anyhow, that is pretty much the cars I had. I had a Catalina, Pontiac Catalina that I got from my brother Don in California. Dummy me. Sat there and went to go put a new timing chain in. A friend of mine was talking on the phone about it. He told me step by step how to do it. So I put the timing chain back on, and then I drove it up to JC's and come out, and somebody flattened my tire. So the first day I went and got the tires fixed for me, put it on. And I was at home. He followed me, make sure I was getting home all right. And I can't remember the road I was on. Anyhow, just approaching Southern, and things started overheating. So I put in a gas station, and the gas attendant got mad at me because I got rust on this clean cement. Anyways, I got water, put it in it, cooled it down, put gas in it, took off. False does. I said, I'll be right with you. He said, I'll clean this up and help the guy clean it up. Okay, so I'm taking off. Just crossed over Southern and got about $3 down outside here. Boom! Lost all power and smoke come out. And what the hell? First I come out and seen, because I put off the side road. Well, I said, no, sir. He looked down. He said, I'll be right back. He grabs the rag and walks down the road a ways and comes back and said, here's your piston. And son of a bitch. So we towed the car home, and my friend, he came over and he says, how did you do that? I said, oh. He says, well, explain to me exactly what you did when you put the new time chain on. I said, well, he told me, he says, take the water pump off, pull the time chain cover off, and, get the gears out and check them out there. And if they look bad, replace them. Well, the one had they look pretty good, bad, so I went and got a new one. So anyways, put the timing chain on, and made sure it was all lined up. Slapped the cover on, put the water pump on, put the radiator back in, and drove it. Looks at me and says, so when you took it apart, you drained the oil. I go, yeah. He says, think about it. When you put it back there, you didn't mention you put oil back in it. I go, oh, shit. That was my stupidity. I sold the car to based on all sides. I was working security, so I rigged up alternating lights behind the grill and the back window, and I had my toolbox. I didn't even bother taking them out when I sold it to them. I said, shit. So I went back a couple days later and asked them, hey, I need to take my toolbox out of that. Went too late. We had already put a new engine in and sold it. Son of a bitch. Anyhow, here's another clipping that I made for the day, Saturday. What time? 4:32, 104 outside and 80 degrees inside. Hey, peace out. Take care. Love you all. Remember, hit the like button. Leave a comment. And subscribe to my channel. There you go. Bye-bye.